Hey guys, this is Elizabeth Oliva. And have you ever worked with work from home leads? Have you ever bought some? Have you ever called some? Are you considering doing that right now? Well, I have a lot of experience in this area, so I've got some tips for you today. So if you have bought work from home leads, did you have a script? Did you have a set thing that you were going to say to them? Did you have a certain number of questions that you were going to ask? Or were you kind of winging it, as they say? Well, I actually was a work from home lead for someone way back in 2003. I typed in work from home on the internet, connected with a wonderful lady, and we started a business together. What's interesting is now she is in my business, come full circle. She sponsored me way back then. I have now sponsored her in the business that I have right now. So I was kind of familiar to begin with, at least that beginning part. And so I always knew that you could find people on the internet. So work from home leads, they've put in their information on the internet and they are looking for someone to call them. They are interested. So we're at least a little step up from totally cold market. We know they're somewhat interested. So when you get on the phone, the first tip I have for you is do not say first and last name. Don't say, "Hi, this is Elizabeth Oliva, and I was looking for John Smith." That sounds really salesy. So you want to say something like, "Hey, John, this is Elizabeth. You requested some information about working from home. What can I do for you?" I hope you noticed my tonality, my energy, and the fact that I was kind of smiling even though they couldn't see me. It absolutely matters. And if you're not a very high energy person, which I am, I'm sitting down and I have a lot of energy. But if you don't, stand up when you're making these calls. Okay, you want to come across with a ton of energy, excitement, posture. Okay, so you've asked them that question. You have a pen. You've got a pen. You're taking notes. You're listening to what they say. The person asking the questions is the one winning in every single one of these conversations. So you're asking, "What can I do for you?" And they may say, "You know what? I've already gotten 10 calls about this work from home thing. I don't know if it's even for me." Okay, great. Maybe they're not a fit. Or they say, "Yeah, I'm really excited. I want to find a way to work from home. I've never done this before." They may start telling you everything you need to know. But if they don't, you want to ask some more questions. So some other good questions are, you want to tell them, "Hey, do you have a pen and paper handy? I'm going to figure out what is the best information that I can direct you to." So ask them, "Are you currently working from home?" If they say no, "Oh, really? What do you do?" "Well, I'm a balloon artist." I just made that up. But what if they say something like that, something kind of a crazy profession? I would immediately, naturally go, "Really? How did you get into that?" Notice I am genuinely curious about someone who is a balloon artist. Even if they said they were an electrical engineer, I would probably say, "Really? How long have you been doing that? Where'd you go to college?" I would ask question after question. I wouldn't go too far down that rabbit trail, but I would ask them a few questions because you see, as I am asking questions, the barriers of resistance are being lowered in their mind. I'm starting to build rapport. They're starting to know, like, and trust me because I'm asking them questions about themselves. People love to talk about themselves, and they usually don't get the chance. So ask them, are they doing this already? If they're not, have they ever owned a home business before? Or is this the first time that they've ever looked at something like this? Why are they open right now? Why are you open right now to something like this, to having a home business? Well, this has happened, that's happened situation. Take notes. Take notes as they're telling you all this information. You also want to ask them about what kind of income they're looking for. Are you looking to generate a part-time income around what you currently do? Or do you want something that's going to turn into full-time income? You want to know this. Okay, great. How serious are you right now about really finding something that you can sink your teeth into? Ask them how serious they are. On a scale of 1 to 10, something like that. Write down those notes. And so hopefully by the time you've asked a few questions, you've got some information here. You've got some needs. You've got some strengths. You know a little bit about this person. And the next step would be to send them to your information. Okay, so then when you do that, everybody has a different way of sending people to their information. You could say, "Are you in front of a computer right now? I want you to type this in. I want to make sure that you get to our website properly and you're at the right spot," and you can put them in front of your information right then. If they can't do it, then you set an appointment and say, "Great, I'm going to call you back. Is this the best number to call you back on at this time?" "Great. I'm going to call you back after you've watched all that information, and we're going to see if this could be a fit for both you and me." You see, you are interviewing for a long-term business relationship with this person. And you really do need to see if you guys are compatible. You need to see if this is someone who has integrity, if they have a positive attitude, if they want more and they're willing to do something about it. And honestly, I've had conversations that lasted 2 minutes and I knew yes or no on those answers. I knew immediately by the person's tonality. I could hear an attitude on the other side of the phone. And when you do this a lot, when you get on the phone and call these leads, you're going to learn this. You're going to see it yourself. You're going to get really good at assessing who you have on the other side of the line. So get them in front of your information, but ask a lot of really good questions before you do that. I could take another 30 minutes on what you do after that, but make sure you're the one asking the questions to these work from home leads. I have a great story for you too. In one of the very first times that I did this, work from home leads, I found a rock star for my team. I barely knew what I was doing. I was reading a script. She came on my team, and because of her and her team, it replaced my income. So they're out there, and this could be a way for you to find them. Just know that asking the great questions and listening to the answers, that's going to help you determine if this is the rock star that you're looking for. So I hope you like these tips on working with work from home leads. Let me know. This is Elizabeth Oliva.